It sounds like Ford's CEO is threatened by the Tesla Cybertruck, throwing shots at Tesla, saying that the Cybertruck is really for Silicon Valley people, and that the Ford F-150 Lightning is for people who do real work. Sounds like someone that is backed into a corner that is pretty fearful, if I say so myself. We're going to look at some of the qualities that these two trucks have. Which one is superior? I think that's a big question, but not only that, which one is going to be a bigger hit? Interesting topic. Another interesting topic is the short position in Tesla. Even after today's drop of over 5.5%, Tesla's short position just increased $1 billion, sitting at $24.5 billion. This is the highest dollar amount sold short in Tesla stock that you have seen in a very long time. This begs the question, what's next for Tesla? How low could we go? When do we start to rally again? Is this rally over? People have a lot of questions, and we are here to put them to rest. But before we do all of that, tap, tickle, touch, or smash the like button if you want to make more money, if you want to grow your net worth, if you want to reach financial freedom, or you like my perspective and you want to stay up to date with everything happening in our markets, especially with Tesla stock. But ladies and gentlemen, let's not waste your time. That is your most precious asset. Let's get into it. Now, Ford's CEO Jim Farley said today that the Cybertruck will not compete with the F-150 Lightning. I find this interesting because how many pre-orders does the Ford F-150 Lightning have? Well, about 200,000 reservations. How many pre-orders does the Cybertruck have? Close to 1.5 million pre-orders. Who's winning that race there? Well, sounds like Tesla. And quite figuratively speaking, the Cybertruck would also beat the F-150 in a race. But we will get into the specs later on into this video. Ford delivered 13,258 of these F-150s in 2022. But last we knew in December of 2022, Ford sales, and this was actually Q1 of 2023, Ford sales for the F-150 Lightning were declining. That doesn't really sound like the Ford F-150 Lightning is really competing with Tesla. Sounds like Tesla is going to be a dominant player here. Granted, Tesla has delayed the Cybertruck for a while now. We know, or we expect, final testing is happening now. And then later in this year, by Q3, Tesla's going to start producing the Cybertruck. And everyone produced for the next 1.5 million are already sold. Now, what the Cybertruck is going to do for Tesla runs a lot deeper than 1.5 million pre-orders. What the Cybertruck is going to do is to be advertising. Every time you see a Cybertruck on the road, if you don't know what it is, you're going to be trying to figure out what you just saw. That's the fact of it, right? Two people that I know, one of them actually works at GM. Another one is just an average person, actually a female. So I was very shocked when she said she liked the Cybertruck. Whether you like it or you hate it, it draws attention and conversation. Much the same way as the Model Y did in 2020. That issuance of the Model Y caused Tesla's deliveries to jump almost 85% in 2021. Every time Tesla has put out a new model, a vehicle, a new vehicle itself, deliveries have shot up the next year. And what you're expecting for 2024 is 27% vehicle growth, delivery growth. That's a disconnect between what has historically happened when Tesla releases new models. So I think that's important to point out in regards to the Cybertruck. It's going to grow a lot of attention to Tesla as a brand and as a company. And I think the technology and the aspects of this truck are going to be quite impressive. And I think that is going to help Tesla's sales out drastically on even some of its other models, not just the Cybertruck, as we have historically seen in the past. Now, the CEO of Ford to come out and make these comments, even though it looks like the Cybertruck is far superior than the Ford F-150, is also quite astonishing. Let's take a look at some of the comparable specs between these two vehicles. So the Tesla Cybertruck is going to be priced at $39,900. The Ford F-150, basically the same, $39,974, a $74 difference. The Tesla Cybertruck has 4 motors and it's all-wheel drive. The Ford F-1 Lightning is 2 motors, all-wheel drive. The range on the Tesla Cybertruck is 500 miles. The Ford F-150 range, well, 320 miles. The charging, 250 kilowatt DC for the Tesla Cybertruck, 150 kilowatt DC for the Ford F-150 Lightning. 0 to 60. Jeez. It's insane. If these are confirmed numbers and this is what a Cybertruck can actually do, that's incredible. 0 to 60 in 2.9 seconds. Pfft, get out of here. That's faster than most of your sports cars. The Ford F-150 Lightning is in the mid 4-second range. So still pretty fast with the Ford F-150 Lightning, but the Tesla Cybertruck is going to feel like you have a lot more power at your hands. Autonomous driving is the autopilot for the Cybertruck, and what is called the Blue Cruise is the autonomous driving for the Ford F-150 Lightning. I've never heard of Blue Cruise, right? This is just cruise, I'm sure. I don't know why it's called Blue Cruise. But yeah, there we have it there. The towing power of a Tesla Cybertruck, 14,000 pounds. The towing power of a Ford F-150 Lightning, 10,000 pounds. So, what is the Ford CEO, Jim Farley, saying here? Well, Tesla has a superior product. It's clear. I mean, very clear when you look at the 2 specs of these vehicles side by side. And I think Ford is getting a little bit nervous, especially as Tesla's pre-orders are 6 times that of Ford's. For a legacy automaker, that does not look good. Now, it looks like upon gathering further information, this comparison of the pricing of the Cybertruck and the Ford F-150 Lightning does not look correct. Maybe this is including tax credits, things of that nature, but it looks like the pricing for the Cybertruck is going to be around $50,000, $10,000 less than the F-150 Lightning, which is priced at around $60,000. So another reason why the Cybertruck, is a better alternative. Now, Farley also went on to describe the Tesla's pickup truck as, quote, like a cool high-end product parked in front of a hotel. That one just doesn't make sense to me. Quote, I don't make trucks like that, Farley said. I make trucks for real people who do real work, and that's a different kind of truck. I don't understand what you're saying here, buddy. Those 2 sentences don't make sense. So the Cybertruck's a high-end, flashy product, but people who do real work can't own those things? What are you trying to say here? What do you guys think he's trying to say here? Sounds like a lot of frustration coming from the Ford CEO. And that's got to be good news for Tesla. What's good news for Tesla is good news for Tesla shareholders, as the stock has been going higher as of recently. Sure, we fell 5.5% today, almost 6.5% if you include after hours, but you are still well above 250. And that was the previous level that a lot of the bears did not think Tesla would break out from. Tesla stock hit a high just today, $276.99 per share. Subsequently, the stock started to fall. This is adversely exactly what you wanted to see to get a continued rally in Tesla. This has been a vertical move. It's been a straight move higher. It's been very profitable if you watch a channel like this one. You've made a lot of money, and congratulations to you. But the rally is far from over. The short sellers are getting crushed on these short positions. And once they come to the realization the stock's not going to break under 250 unless the markets themselves go through a downturn here, which is possible. It's possible Tesla retraces back to the 230 level. That's always in the cards as well. Doesn't look too likely. But what looks more likely than not is the fact that short sellers could start to get squeezed out of short positions very soon. And indeed, this whole rally that you have seen so far has not been because of shorts covering of short positions. That's not what has caused the stock to move higher. What has caused Tesla's stock to move higher is fundamental good news, like essentially a preliminary agreement to expand and build a factory in India. That is a potential gold mine for Tesla. Many other good catalysts as well, such as recent partnerships with Ford and GM and Rivian and soon to be Toyota and Hyundai and a bunch of other automakers to use the Tesla supercharging ecosystem. There's been a lot of good news to drive the stock higher. And this is likely to continue. That is because on July 2nd, we are going to have our big catalyst, and that is delivery numbers. You're expecting 440,000 delivery numbers. If you beat 440,000, the stock will rip. You will have a 10% plus positive day coming July 2nd or July 3rd. Now, more times than not, Tesla stock actually rallies into these events and sells off after. So I want to make it clear that's a possibility, especially if Tesla does not beat on their delivery numbers. But odds are the stock rallies into July 2nd and rallies after July 2nd. That's the reality that we're faced with here. Because after all, the stock has rallied quite a bit from the lows. It should have never been at those lows to begin with. If you look at Tesla on a comparable basis to the broad markets, Tesla's not even to its August 2022 highs. The NASDAQ, the S&P, literally everything you could look at in big tech land is higher than August 2022 levels. But not Tesla. There's a lot of room for an upside move here. Mixing the fundamental positive catalyst that we have seen recently with the potential for a short squeeze coming on or before July 2nd that could last weeks after that, I think Tesla's stock could rally well over 300 per share, and the 350 to new all-time high range is what I expect within the next month or two. And we do have a co-star here because she wants to sit with her dad. It is pretty late, so I'm just going to let her. Say hi.
Hi.
Say Tesla to the moon.
Tesla moon.
All right. Short positions currently sit at their highest levels that you have seen in the last 18 months. Short sellers are getting sloshed on their short positions, down well over $12 billion. Current short position sitting at $24.5 billion. While at the same time, it looks like hedge funds and institutions are taking this recent dip as an opportunity to buy the dip in a lot of that bullish positioning that maybe they were not in during this latest rally. So for these reasons, I'm very bullish on a potential short squeeze, And after this article or interview, whatever you want to call it, with Josh Farley, Ford CEO, it looks like they are very worried about Tesla's coming dominance in the truck ecosystem. Let me know what you guys think about all of this down below in the comment section. Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Source your comments, questions, or concerns down below in the comment section. Thank you for watching. Say bye, Khaleesi.
Bye, Casey.
That's your name. Say bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
All right. You guys have a great night and great day, and I will see you in the next one.